2014's Gone Girl, written by Gillian Flynn and adapted from her novel, was nominated for Best Adapted Screenplay by the Golden Globes, BAFTA, and the Writers Guild of America. Here are 6 screenwriting secrets in Gone Girl. We can't talk about the story of Gone Girl without talking about character. Let's take a look at the 2 main characters and see what we learn about them through their actions. Early on, we have this crucial setup of Amy's alter ego.
Regular, flawed, real Amy. Jealous, as always, of the golden child. Perfect, brilliant, amazing Amy.
Amazing Amy has always been one step ahead of me.
So it's no surprise that the real Amy constantly plays up to the image of someone else.
Nick loved a girl I was pretending to be. Cool girl. When I met Nick Dunn, I knew he wanted cool girl. And for him, I'll admit, I was willing to try. You need to package yourself so that people will truly mourn your loss. And America loves pregnant women.
Let's go to the police. You can explain everything.
No, I can't turn up now. I'd be a pariah. Everyone would hate me.
Hello, Mr. Collins. I've missed you.
Nick is not so skilled at playing that game. He gets easily angered.
I've been sitting 20 feet away from you with 2 other police officers.
Sir, please don't take that tone with me.
Bitch.
You filed the paperwork.
Because she told me to.
Whoa.
A year ago, Amy being pregnant would have been the best thing ever. Oh, you fucking cunt.
But he has an interesting character arc as he learns to play the image game.
I take a shower.
No, don't. You've been up all night. You want to look like you've been up all night.
What, these 2 right here? Oh, look. He's being a good guy. So everybody can see him being a good guy.
For a while, things had been building up.
Built up implies that an explosion is coming. No.
I disrespected my marriage. And I'll always regret it.
That works.
Don't be afraid to play up the doofus husband thing, Nick.
You're the best person I've ever known. And I've taken myself to the woodshed for the way that I've treated you. I will be the man that I promised you I would be. I love you.
Neither Nick nor Amy likes their image being attacked.
I love having strangers pick at my scabs.
I'm so sick of being picked apart by women.
And because they're both playing up to an image of who the other wants them to be, their relationship isn't very deep.
Nick Dunn, I really like you.
You have a world-class vagina.
We had that joke that our sex was too good for ordinary, so these are 2,000 red.
Character is arguably the most important element in any story. Think about what your characters want and struggle to achieve. Dialogue hooks are a simple line of dialogue at the end of a scene that naturally propels us into the subsequent scene. It's a clever and powerful tool to add a nice flow to your story. Let's take a look.
Hey, Walt, what's going on? Oh, thanks very much. I'll be right there. Hey, buddy. What are you doing out here? Thanks, Walt.
Wait a minute. Your wife is Amazing Amy?
Yeah, she is.
Amazing fucking Amy is getting fucking married.
Although the spot couldn't be tighter, it's a cozy room for my favorite writer. I know this one.
Although this spot couldn't be any tighter.
What in God's name is at your father's house, Nick? And be honest.
I honestly have no idea.
Well, whatever they found, I think it's safe to assume that it's very bad.
Where would Amy go? I have no idea.
Are we keeping score?
Now you do this and you will reach millions of those people.
Maybe I only need to reach 1.
Dialogue hooks might seem like a simple tool, but don't overlook their potency in adding a nice flow to your script. Exposition is a difficult beast for many writers. Gone Girl handles it quite expertly. Remember in previous videos when we talked about characters using exposition as ammunition? First, we can have characters use it to attack.
You're a liar and a cheat. You're just like Dad. How did you even meet her?
She's one of my students.
Where's your wife, Nick?
Let the police do their job.
What did you do to your pregnant wife? You tell me Amy was 6 weeks pregnant.
We can also have characters use exposition to defend themselves.
You have no idea how shitty it was with Amy, how fucking terrible she made me feel.
That's something.
Oh, yeah. I've been unemployed for the last 8 years because I have to write sexual offender on every job application. I'm on a neighborhood watch list because I have to register as a predator.
The screenplay for Gone Girl also presents another clever way to do it. Have the characters play a game.
Who are you?
A, I'm an award-winning scrimshander. B, I'm a moderately influential warlord. C, I write personality quizzes for magazines.
You want to play a little true or false?
Sure.
She wanted to get pregnant. You assaulted her.
No, never happened.
Pushed. Says pushed.
Absolutely not. I never touched her.
Don't forget, bury the exposition in your characters' objectives and their actions in trying to achieve them. Never let the action be simply to explain. The midpoint of a story is when there is a significant change, the moment things get serious for the characters. Stakes are raised, and there's usually an added time pressure. Since the midpoint itself of Gone Girl is pretty obvious, there's no need to go into that. However, let's see how the stakes are raised in the second half of the story.
Tanner's retainer is $100,000.
I've got $47,000 in savings.
I'm approved for a second mortgage on the house. We will go from there.
Thank you.
Hey, you can't do that.
Of course we can. Nicholas Dunn, you're under arrest for the murder of your wife, Amy Elliott
What
Dunn.
about my side?
Nick!
I don't think you've ever really been hit before.
You fucking bitch.
They also create urgency by adding time pressure to the story.
I got a hurt young girlfriend who will no doubt go public at any moment.
No, Andy won't do that.
She will. They always do. Don't take it personally. Heck, you haven't heard from her in 3 days. This is a ticking time bomb. You've got to throw yourself on it.
Although the midpoint itself is a crucial plot point, don't forget about having your characters deal with it in the second half of the story. Gone Girl does a nice job of establishing the story world in which Nick and Amy navigate. First, there's an economic recession.
Since that mall went bust, half the town out of work. We cannot keep up with the drug problem.
The entire community is involved in the case. And so is the press.
Don't run! Everybody stay back.
Pie-eating grin from a guy whose wife is missing.
Did you kill your wife, Nick?
I did not kill my wife.
Although the main characters are the most important element in your story, don't forget to establish the special world they inhabit. Good stories usually have a strong opening and closing image. They give us a before and after snapshot. Let's see what we get in the opening image of Gone Girl.
When I think of my wife, I always think of her head. I picture cracking her lovely skull, unspooling her brains, trying to get answers.
Since Nick mentions Amy's head and cracking it open, notice how Amy's head is a motif throughout the story.
I don't think you've ever really been hit before.
He'll do that all by himself.
And in the closing image, we get the final snapshot of the aftermath. It closely mirrors the opening image, but now we're fully aware of the changes that have occurred in the story. Notice how Nick says almost the exact same thing as he did in the opening image, but adds an extra question.
What are you thinking? How are you feeling? What have we done to each other? What are you thinking? How are you feeling? What have we done to each other? What will we do?
Hi, I'm Daniel Lee, creator of Script Sleuth. First, I want to thank my patrons for supporting me on Patreon. Your generous support helps keep the channel going. If you're not a member yet, please go to patreon.com/scriptsleuth to get early access to videos, exclusive content not available to the public, and vote on films to cover next. And if you haven't done so already, please be sure to subscribe and tap the bell for future videos. Thank you so much for watching.